starting with the criminal who faked a heart attack to escape prison.
Who's having a heart attack?
Yeah, I feel like I'm having a heart attack.
You are?
On March 21st, 2022, a McKinley sheriff deputy was transporting 3 inmates to the county's adult detention center when one of the suspects, Joshua Hall, screamed in pain, claiming he was having a heart attack.
What's going on now?
Not a heart attack.
God damn it. Who's having a heart attack?
Yeah, I feel like I'm having a heart attack.
You are?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll get an ambulance over here. I'm on the I-40 on the eastbound lane at Route 66 pit stop. I have one inmate individual I'm transporting back stating he... What's that? Hold on. Hold on. I'm calling people right now. Get you some help.
Although Joshua was a known criminal, his health and well-being remained the government's responsibility, and now that of the officer in custody. The officer called for medics and took Joshua out of the van to get some fresh air, as he had complained of shortness of breath. However, with bad intentions already in mind, Joshua took immediate advantage.
Okay. Watch your step. Have a seat right there. What's going on now, sir? Come on, dude. What are you doing, man? Don't. It's not worth it, dude. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Help! Don't do it. Don't do it. Stop it. Down. Yeah!
After somehow freeing himself from his cuffs, Joshua initially gained the upper hand by punching the officer and attempting to retrieve his gun. However, the officer soon regained control, putting Joshua back on the defensive, though not for long.
Get over here! They got away! The fighter got away! 3 inmates!
Joshua hijacked the prisoner transport vehicle and drove westbound on Interstate 40, evading numerous police officers and spike strips before ultimately being captured hours later.
They are stopped.
Arrest. Joshua Hall, a career criminal, faced new charges, including 2 counts of kidnapping, receiving or transferring a stolen vehicle, assault with intent to commit a violent felony, aggravated fleeing, property damage, and driving with a revoked license. The next suspect managed to escape prison by outsmarting the officers. On a routine prisoner transport, Riverside Police were escorting Donald Nisley, along with several other inmates, to the Montgomery County Municipal Court facility. The transfer was proceeding as planned, with officers carefully leading the shackled prisoners from the transport van into the building. Surveillance footage later revealed that as the officers focused on moving the other inmates, Nisley subtly maneuvered himself out of their direct line of sight, slipping behind the transport van. His movement went unnoticed in the brief but critical moment when officers were preoccupied. Alone and unobserved, Nisley quickly recognized an opportunity to escape. What followed was a daring and reckless attempt. Nisley quickly formulated an escape plan. He checked the van and found it unlocked. Knowing that everything was going according to his plan, he didn't want to make any mistakes. He then discreetly approached from the opposite side and discovered that the keys had been left inside the vehicle. Quickly, he started the engine and drove the van through the closed garage door, initiating his escape. Moments after the deafening crash, guards were alerted by the sudden noise. Rushing to investigate, they were stunned to discover the transport van missing and the garage door demolished. A swift head count confirmed their fears. Inmate Donald Nisley had orchestrated a daring escape. Realizing the gravity of the situation, authorities immediately initiated a manhunt to apprehend the fugitive. Donald briefly tasted freedom, but not for long. Officers quickly gave chase and found the van, half a mile from where he had escaped, crashed into a line of trees. Although Donald wasn't in the vehicle, he was apprehended a few minutes later and he faced additional charges. In the next case, the suspect, a fragile, unclothed woman, used what was considered a disadvantage to deceive the unsuspecting cop.
Hey! You okay? Where's all your clothes out?
On January 5th, 2017, a Maricopa County Sheriff deputy responded to a call at a gas station concerning a woman later identified as 31-year-old Lisa Luna, who appeared to be unclothed and very disoriented.
Hey! You okay? Where's all your clothes out?
I was raped.
You were raped?
Yeah, but I'm okay.
When did this happen? Tell you what, why don't you come over here, ma'am? What's your name? Hey, can you come over here away from the crowd and talk to me?
Like a jacket or something?
Stand right here. I'll see what I can get for you, alright?
The officer tried to assist Lisa, who claimed she had been improperly touched. He retrieved blankets for her to cover up. However, Lisa had other plans in mind. The officer, who had only intended to help, had his car stolen by Lisa, who then took it for a joyride. She was pursued by several cops in a high-speed chase that lasted over 75 miles. The pursuit ended in a crash, after which Lisa, who later attributed her actions to drug use, was arrested and charged with unlawful flight from law enforcement, possession of a stolen vehicle, resisting arrest, auto theft, and aggravated assault of a peace officer. Handcuffs were no match for the next suspect, as the officers, who had confidently placed her in their car, were in for the shock of their life.
Yeah, about that. God dang!
On September 2nd, 2017, Lufkin police officers arrested 33-year-old Tasha Sponsler for shoplifting. However, as she was being escorted to the backseat of the police car, and the officers were busy calculating the value of her stolen items, Sponsler quickly pulled a fast move on the cops.
Yeah, about that. God dang! Hey! God!
Sponsler stole a cop car and leading officers on a 23-minute chase before being stopped by a PIT maneuver. Sponsler escalated the issue from a misdemeanor shoplifting charge to multiple serious offenses, including evading arrest with a vehicle, escape causing serious bodily injury or threat of a deadly weapon, and unauthorized use of a motor vehicle. Showing a habit of poor decision-making, Sponsler rejected a plea deal for 16 years in prison, opting instead for a jury trial, which resulted in a 45-year prison sentence. The next officer got poisoned while driving a woman suspect to a downtown Birmingham jail.
I feel like I'm about to pass out. Hold on, I don't feel good. I don't feel right. I don't feel right. Hey, bro, I don't feel right. I don't feel right.
On March 27th, 2021, Officer Deanna Marshall and her team raided a suspect's home after receiving tips about illegal substances. However, while transporting the suspect to jail for questioning, she suddenly began to feel unwell, experiencing symptoms that quickly became alarming.
Was there fentanyl in that house? Huh?
No shit.
No?
Yeah, there is. Duh. Sorry.
I think I touched it.
Real for real. If that had been my dope, why the fuck would I have?
No, I got you. I got you. Stand by, hold on. So, hold on.
The motherfucker just got me.
I'm stopping at 65 265, exit 280. I feel like I'm about to pass out. Hold on, I don't feel good. I don't feel right. I don't feel right. Hey, bro, I don't feel right. I don't feel right. I think I touched fentanyl. I don't feel right, bro. I'm on exit 280 and 65. No. Yes. 10-4 medics are en route to her. Hey, I don't feel good, dude. I don't feel good. Give me your exact location. See you on the side of the freeway or on the exit. I don't feel good, bro. I'm like really numb, bro. I'm really numb. I'm like really numb, bro.
I think she poisoned you.
Realizing she was exposed to fentanyl, Marshall pulled over and called for help as her body began shutting down. Fellow officers arrived and administered 2 doses of Narcan, stabilizing her before transporting her to a hospital. She later recovered, expressing gratitude for her team's quick response and life-saving actions. The next officer fell prey to an attractive female suspect whose manipulation led him to engage in inappropriate behavior and ultimately cost him his job.
Don't say that right now. Alright, sir, step out of the vehicle for me.
On August 15th, 2023, San Diego police officer Anthony Hare was assigned to transport a female suspect arrested for theft, who also had an active warrant to jail. However, Officer Hare abandoned his duty to commit one of the most reckless acts possible.
Well, you're not. I'll tell you after, hold on. A little bit. Well, I can't hear you now.
The female suspect asked Officer Hare about his relationship status. However, subsequent body cam footage reveals how she manipulated him into actions that have now landed him in serious trouble.
Don't say that right now. No, I said don't say that right now because everything's being recorded right now.
Officer Hare then switched off his body camera, got into the backseat of his car, and proceeded to engage in inappropriate behavior with the suspect. He might have gotten away with it, if not for one crucial mistake he made. After spending over an hour in the backseat with the suspect, he realized he had locked himself inside, with the rear doors only operable from the outside. With no other option, Hare was forced to call his department and report that he was trapped. Another officer was dispatched to rescue him.
Alright, sir, step out of the vehicle for me. Okay, hold on, let me turn my camera off.
The responding officer also turned off his body camera, but the incident was far from over. An internal investigation was launched into Officer Hare's actions, as his claim that he was merely checking on the suspect when the car was accidentally locked was not believed. During the inquiry, Officer Hare was asked to reenact how he supposedly became trapped, and it was secondhand embarrassment all through the demonstration.
Okay, you mind just showing us?
And then as I came in like that, I was trying to wake her up. My feet wasn't this, my feet didn't even come like that. And then when I was like waking her up, that's when I noticed that this door closed on me. And then that's when I was like frantic trying to open the door, but I know there's no door opener. And then from then she was able to. So I was like this majority of the time. I was trying to get her up because her face was right here.
Okay.
Right here, and then I was trying to like wake her up to get her up. And then next thing you know, I hear the door close on me. I was frantic. I was looking, and then that's when she started to kind of like, I guess, wake up or get dazed off, whatever. And then that's when I asked her like, "Hey, are you having a hard time breathing?" She said, "No." "Do you need medics?" "No." I was like, "Okay, all right, just stay right there." And then that's when I was trying to open the door,
Okay.
And then that's when I went on D2.
All right, you can jump up. Let's jump up.
Although Officer Hare denied any sexual misconduct, the discovery of trace amounts of semen on his belt severely undermined his defense. While the investigation failed to reach a definitive conclusion about what transpired while he was locked in the back seat, Officer Hare lost his job regardless. In the next case, a female suspect who had been secured in the police car proved to be far from secure as she managed to take control of the officer's rifle and open fire.
We need backup immediately. Start EMS. Start EMS. We got a civilian. Hit. What the heck?
While conducting a welfare check in an Oklahoma neighborhood, deputies from the Grady County Sheriff's Office spotted and arrested Rachel Clay after finding her crawling and barking in the yard of an unfamiliar property. They placed her in handcuffs and secured her in the patrol car. However, while inside the vehicle, Clay managed to free herself from the handcuffs and attempted to escape. From the back seat, she reached through the partition into the front, accessed a switch to unlock the gun locker, and retrieved a rifle. She then loaded the weapon, aimed it out the rear window, and opened fire on both officers and civilians engaged in conversation nearby.
Ow! What was that? Oh! Man, Danny, I'm hit right here. I'm hit? Yeah. I'm hit right here too, Danny. Hit in the head. 2615 County, we got shots fired up here. We need backup immediately. Start EMS. Start EMS. We got a civilian. Hit. What the heck? Did she get out of her cuffs? No. Did it go in? Stay in. You see her, Danny? You got eyes on? Huh? Shots fired. Get over here. Get over here. Your dad's hit, man.
The officers were shocked by how Clay managed to access their rifle, especially since she had been handcuffed before being placed in the car. Additional police units were called for backup, leading to a prolonged standoff as the suspect barricaded herself inside the vehicle. After several hours, she eventually surrendered. Subsequent drug tests revealed that she was under the influence of illegal substances, and she was charged with 3 felony counts of shooting with intent to kill. In the next case, the suspect outsmarted 2 cops and nearly took their lives after successfully smuggling a firearm into their vehicle.
Let me see your hands. Let me see your hands. Gun!
On December 4th, 2012, police arrested a suspect and placed him in the back seat of their car while transporting him to jail. The officers, who had inadequately searched him before placing him in the car, put themselves at significant risk when the uncuffed suspect pulled out a hidden gun from his person.
Kicking something.
Huh?
I'm kicking something.
Stop kicking stuff.
Alright, my bad.
Uh-huh.
My bad. I just don't know what the hell I did wrong.
Let me see your hands. Let me see your hands. Gun! You got it?
Got it.
You stupid.
I'm not.
The gun was confiscated from the suspect, his hands were cuffed, and he was then transported to jail. It's unclear what charges he was facing or later faced. If you want to see more videos like this, please like and subscribe to our channel.